Hello, it is Saturday the 16th of August 2025 and this is Ken from Pinefinders Old Pine Furniture Warehouse in Hadnam in Buckinghamshire, which is in the UK. And we have had, I'm going to show you all of the furniture that we have for sale that isn't currently on the website. What's been going on is I've been incredibly busy for the last few months really, and I've been getting way behind, but we've still had pieces of furniture coming in. And I've been polishing, and once the piece is done, delivering the furniture to the customer over the last few months, and I have not had any time to take photographs and videos of each piece and put them on the website properly. So I'm going to do a video showing you everything that isn't on the website, and that I'll be endeavouring to catch up over the next few weeks and try and get everything on there, because it's slowed down a little bit, giving me a little bit of time. So what I will be doing, if you're not familiar with my latest delivery videos, is I'll be briefly showing you the piece of furniture, and then I'll just be quickly showing you the job ticket. Sorry, the price ticket. So it'll have its unique code number, 6-digit code number at the top. And then if it's in bare wood or unrestored condition, it will have two prices, unless I explain differently. And the first price being the buy it now as it is price, the second price when it's done up and wax finished. Most people like a wax finish, and we have a variety of waxes we can use, so that's something we can talk about at a later point. Nearly everything is priced. I've priced most things. There are a couple of pieces that haven't been priced. I just wanted to get this done today and out there to my customers. So we will start with this little chest of drawers here, and I believe this one has it's been modified. So it's got a sort of a cubby hole there, a flop down cubby hole. So obviously, if you're interested in any of the pieces, you can contact me. It's probably best by email. That's the best way of contacting me. Through the contact form on the website is actually best. We have a tall, slim old pine cupboard with a drawer at the bottom. This isn't deep enough to be a wardrobe. The second, when we come to cupboards that could possibly be used for hanging, or one could think they might be used for hanging, I put a second depth measurement, and that will be the internal depth. In other words, the hanging space. So on this one, you could use it as a children's wardrobe, or you could put shelves in or something. So what was I talking about? Yes, if you would like to contact me about any piece of furniture, probably best by email. Just include the 6-digit code number and any questions you might have. Maybe you'd like a quote for delivery. So this one looks like a chest of drawers, and it has another flop down little cubby hole, which is quite cool. We deliver it to anywhere in the UK, and I often come and deliver myself, although we do have a delivery company that will deliver further afield. When it comes to wardrobes, that's one of the pieces that's just arrived yesterday, just a little tiny cupboard. We haven't priced or measured that yet. And we'll come to here. Yes, what was I saying about delivery? That's right. When it comes to wardrobes, I like to deliver the wardrobes myself so I can put them together for you. So again, just give me a postcode and we can give you a quote for that. Now, I do have, there's a shelf inside there anyway. Lovely, beautifully carved doors there, look. If you're familiar with a warehouse, we have an issue with the lighting. I've had this issue for ages. I still haven't fixed it. We put a new sort of fluorescent tube in, and then it goes within about 3 or 4 weeks. So The lighting is terrible sometimes. So here's a nice hanging cupboard, glazed hanging cupboard there. And then we come to the first of our wardrobes, which is a beautiful old pine wardrobe. Nice and deep for hanging, 19.5-inch internal depth. Yes, so these big wardrobes, most of them totally dismantle. I will say if they do or don't dismantle, this one does. So this will go up any stairway, it totally dismantles. And it's got a funny shelf that somebody's made. I've left it in there for now. This can be removed, but there's a couple of drawers there. So I can easily just take it out, so you don't have to have that. And there's a footwell underneath. This is a gap spacing underneath there. So obviously with the wardrobe, this one's got some pegs at the, oh, you can't see it, look at the lighting, it's terrible. With the wardrobes, obviously I can fit hanging rails in them. And if they're really tall wardrobes, some people like maybe a shelf near the top with a hanging rail underneath. Again, we can do that. Just let me know. Did I show you this? I think I showed you this, but I'll do it again. Right, nice big desk. This needs a bit of restoration. What I've done on this one, you've got a drawer inside there at the top, and there's I think there's a shelf in there. This one, all I've got at the moment is £700 as it is. The height, that's the 32. Oh, it's just because it's got a little lip at the back. So that's to the top of there is 32.5. Yeah, this needs a fair amount of restoration. So if you're interested in this, if this works out size-wise for you, then let's have a chat and see what sort of restoration you'd like, how far you'd like me to go, really. It does need a little bit of work, but it'll be lovely when it's done. I would like to strip it and start again, really. Strip the old varnish off, or the old wax off. Right, so we've done that. I'm going to come to this next, this beautiful linen press. Don't worry about these lines, these are obviously shadows from the lighting. So beautiful linen press. And inside the top with a partition and some shelves. That could be removed, all that could be removed if you'd like it removed. And the internal depth is 17.5 inches, so that's, you could hang shirts and stuff in the top of that one. And the top does separate from the base. I'm just looking if it totally separates. Yeah, I think it just separates from the base and the top comes off. So really, if you can get the base up the stairs, and I think you'd be okay. Actually, does that? Yeah, the top comes off, yeah. I think that dismantles. Then we have another wardrobe. I haven't measured this one yet. And this separates into two sections. So you've got splits in the middle, essentially. And I've put 897 when restored and rewaxed. So I'll clean it all up and rewax it. And obviously fit a hanging rail for you. Right, next we have an old pine English dresser. I believe these were, one of my colleagues suggested this, he used to call this a South Wales dresser. And it's in its original finish. So it's got a wood effect on, it's obviously pine, but it's got a wood effect as well. And somebody has at some point made an effort to strip the back, the green inside. So I would imagine you'd like that repainted inside. I've got 6 again, and this one 600 as it is, exactly as it is. I haven't got measurements. So again, we can talk about what you'd like me to do, or if you'd like me to do anything in that respect. Right, we have a pair of antique pine bedside cupboards with marble tops. Then we have a beautiful, very interesting, I don't know if it's a bedroom piece. I would suggest this is a bedroom piece. You can have, you've got these big tall cupboards either side, which possibly you could have one shelved and then the other one for hanging, or both for hanging, or maybe a couple of shelves at the top, hanging one underneath. So we can play around with what you'd like in that respect. This dismantles for delivery. You'll be left with one middle section full depth there, that square box there. So if that'll go up your stairs, then we're fine. And nice and deep for hanging. So if you did want hanging, you can hang big coats and things in there. Right, we've got a strange box, and this lid totally lifts off. You've got, oh, that's right, now I remember now, it's got a zinc inside, it's zinc inside. So it's been lined with zinc. So I can't really think why. I'm sure there's a very good reason, but I just, off the top of my head, I can't think why you'd have zinc inside that. Is it for, no, I'm not even going to guess, don't know. Then we've got an old table, old pine table. "24-inch legroom," that is, from the floor to the underside of the table. Then we have a small Victorian wall hanging, well, it would be wall hanging, wouldn't it? Yeah, pine wall hanging cupboard. And the second of our wardrobes, there's the second one, yeah, nice big, clean and tidy wardrobe. So just empty inside again, and again totally dismantles for delivery, so it will go up any stairway. 20-inch internal depth, so nice and deep for hanging. Right, I'm going to come to here next. Right, another pair of antique pine bedside cupboards. Again, they do have a shelf inside. They each have a shelf inside with opposing doors, again, like the other ones. So when I say a pair of bedside cupboards, it will be with opposing doors. If it's a matching pair, that means the doors open the same way. That's the terminology I use anyway. Then we have this. Now that's right, this had been made ages ago from old pine. So this isn't an original piece, but I believe it was made in the 90s, I think somebody said. And you've got, it's open all the way through, and there's a shelf inside. So there's no partition in the base, if that makes a difference. Nice old brass knobs there. So we've got that and that. Yeah, and then we've got a old pine church pew with a slightly raked back, so back slopes, so it's a little bit more comfortable than many. Again, he's got his old finish there, so I imagine you'd like it re-waxed. I think it needs a bit of a clean up and re-waxing, really. Okay, what shall I come to? No, I'll do that on the way back. Right, we've got lovely big Dutch linen press, old pine linen press with some beautiful detail. And this one has shelves and 3 drawers. There's a little drawer in the middle, 3 drawers there. And the top comes off, so it separates into two main sections for delivery. Did I do that glazed cupboard? God, I can't remember. No, I didn't. We have a lovely glazed cupboard there. I'm going to briefly come around here. Oh yes, we've got a cupboard with drawers here. And then I'll briefly just show you these dog carts that I have at the moment. There's a lovely big dog cart, an old lamp off a ship. Don't know why I bought that. So the dog cart is 360. Then we've got these garden chairs that need repairing. I just brought them out just to show you, just in case they need some repairing. You've got another nice little dog cart. We've got two large copper cauldrons here. There's a hay cart. Yeah, hay cart. If you see, it's got a wheel at the front. It's like a trolley with handles here. You lift it up. Another dog cart there, and some zinc drums. I think we've got two more. And these are very large copper cauldrons there. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know. I've done that. That's all done. I'm getting myself confused now. We're done to there. The linen press. Look at that horrible lighting line there. But this is really nice, clean and tidy Victorian linen press. With shelves, a partition, and then shelves in the top. Now these shelves are set in. It would be a shame really to cut them out. I mean, they could be cut out and you could have hanging in the top. The internal depth is 18.5 inches. Could possibly be removed, but it'd be a bit of a shame. And just everything about this is just great. Everything's sliding nicely, just perfectly nice and tidy. And the top separates from the base for delivery, he says. I'm sure it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we've done all that. Got a lovely old pine cupboard. Nice, solid, sturdy thing. And then, this is something that arrived yesterday as well. We've got a larder cupboard with drawers on the left-hand side there. Oops. And vents on the door. So I haven't measured or priced this yet, so let me know if you're interested in that. Then we have another pair of antique pine bedside cupboards. Again, they have a shelf inside. It's better. Right, so I've done that. And then we got a bed. Old pine slate bed. No measurements yet, but I can supply slats. We can make some slats for you. It'll be beautiful old, I think they call this folk art, very old pine corner cupboard. And it's got a little drawer at the bottom, if you can just about see that, and a shelf. I would imagine this is, they sometimes have dates on, but this doesn't. I'd imagine this is late 1800s, mid 1800s possibly. Bookcase that my carpenter's just made. Haven't priced this up yet either. I've been slacking, haven't I? But this has been made from new pine, and we can make bookcases to any size. He can make new pine bookcases to any size. Have an Edward, is it Edwardian? Around about that sort of era, maybe, I would say 1920s, actually. Now we've got a few boxes. I'll just briefly show you around. And the larger one here. This needs stripping really, and fiddling around with. We've got a soft close. It's not a soft close, it's just oh, that just keeps it up. Yeah, somebody's added that in the past, but that's quite useful. Yeah, it's been rained on, so it's a bit blotchy, needs stripping and re-waxing. And another one needs a bit of work. Well, again, stripping and re-waxing really. And it has there used to be drawers inside, which have been lost. So we could make some drawers or remove that bit down there, or maybe just make it into a shelf or something. we have a table that we've made from the tops have been made from old scaffold boards. The base has been made from chunky old boards. Is it a 5x3? Just 5x3 foot 3 inches. So the top's just bare wood at the moment, but obviously we can seal and wax it for you. Let me give you a better look. As you can see, it's all rustic and yeah, nice little thing. Right, I think the last piece is this box that's been converted into sort of a TV cupboard, I guess. So this has got a drop down front. Right, that's it. That's everything. I think that's everything. Right, okay. So yeah, if there's anything you've seen that you're interested in, you would like more information on, just let me know. And as I say, if you can quote the unique 6-digit number, that will be very helpful. We can send more photographs or a quick video of a piece you might want more information on. Oh, that's one thing. There's one more wardrobe here which I'm still building. It needs a little bit of work, so I haven't done this yet. That's it. Yeah, so we can send more photographs, a video of a particular piece to give you more, and give you more information. That's all fine. Just one little thing, the phone has been a little bit dodgy recently. It's best to get me on the mobile if you'd like to phone, which is 07956 862 934. The landline has been had been diverting to my mobile, but I'm just having a few issues with that at the moment. So mobile's best. You can text, WhatsApp, but the best way to contact us is always through the contact form of the website. You can email us direct, but sometimes that goes to the spam. But if you contact us through the contact form of the website, that always comes through. And very lastly, we will always reply to an email. If you haven't heard back from us, in other words, if you haven't had a reply, please check your spam folder, because some of our emails have been going to the spam. Or last resort, sort of drop me a text or something, because obviously that always comes through. So we do always respond. So if you haven't had a response, there's something wrong. Right, I'll leave you now. Thanks very much, and hope you see something you like.